Okay, I am back, and now we're going to talk about this list in more detail. What we can do with this list is we can sort it. So for example, if we want it to be a numerical sort, like from 0 to whatever number, or we want it to do it alphabetically, and because a group, we created a text over here. See, we created it to be a type of text because A with the underline means it's text. So we're going to say, by selecting the list component, and we're going to say, I want you to sort it according to alphabetical order, or I could even say sort it by the created date or the updated date. And then I'm going to move this down a little bit, and then I'm just going to run the preview. When I run this preview, because I was already logged in, I didn't click log out, I'm going to get here groups you have, which we saw we created the label earlier, text label component, and then we added the list component, and then you'll see how we said main group because that is the name, and I want you to show you that too because that's something I didn't show you earlier, is that you can double click on this thing, and then there's like, it's layered in there where you got to kind of navigate into it by double clicking on it until you go deep inside, and then once you get there, but for the simple list, not this list, but for other lists, sometimes you have to go deep into the list. But this one has down below here. So when you go down here below, you're going to see it says group and group name. It just defaulted to use that, but I can actually also specify I want, because it's saying this collection, the fields in this collection, the field name in the collection, you can select them by clicking on this and saying I want the group name, the created date, or the updated date. I'm going to say I want the group name, and that is going to fill out the title. Now I don't have anything in the subtitle, and nothing I really want to use for that, but what I could say is why don't I just show the created date for the heck of it. And then this left selection, this means that these little avatars or circles, which can be either image or avatars, you click in here, you can see you can either take it as an icon, you can make it an icon, so you can actually go and say I want it to be an icon of different kinds, or I want it to be an image, or I want it to be an avatar, or you can just turn it off. In my case, I'm going to turn it off because I don't want to display it just yet. Okay. Now, by the way, each one of these items, they're showing me 3 by default that I can see, but what you can do is that each one of these items in the group are separated by this line underneath here unless it's the last one, and I can say I want to have a full divider. See, I have a full divider. I'm going to run this. Got a nice one all the way across there, a big divider. See, the line goes all across. Or I can say let's change this to an inset, which you had earlier, and you'll see that the line is shorter. It's shorter. And you can say, you know what? How about don't get me one? I don't want one. So when you display this the next time, you don't have any like separation there. And that's good if you want to give like a logs or something like that. You want to display something, but you don't really need a separator. So it's your choice. But by default, it's going to use an inset. All right. So there we go. So now we talked about the list, the simple list component. We talked about how the data coming from your collection, it's going to give you one record at a time. When it's going to go through and create this list. It's going to display it to you. And we chose that you could do a sorting, you could do filtering, you could use an inset to divide it. You can set your titles. You can also set a header. So you were to say, instead of I didn't want to say groups you have, I could just say groups you have here. If you want it like that, like a table, well, you can do it that way. And so that's all I'm going to show you for now in this thing. I'm going to preview it to you so you can see it real quick, and then I'm just going to stop here and we're going to start in the next video. Awesome. See you then. For watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Just continue on to the next video, and we'll just continue where we left off. Thanks. Like, share, subscribe. Awesome.